Warning: the show you are about to see has been put together by the world's safest DJ. You will laugh, maybe learn something. He will definitely say something stupid, but you are never ever in any danger.
Here we go. It's Wednesday, everybody. Wednesday, which means I'm out of breath. Sorry. I had to run down and get a water. All right. It is time for the DJ Shit Show. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have everybody here. I'm feeling better. Sorry about last week. I was sick, but then got a little bonus episode. Pulled my boy Jack on and we went through that Bruno album. So if you haven't seen that, you can go back and watch that. Lots to talk about today. Gonna keep it under an hour. All right. But definitely talk to me and we're gonna have a good time today. Oh my god. Okay, I'm good. Sorry about that. Let's say hi to people in the chat, and then we'll get rolling here. I want to talk about this wedding I did that the DJ was fired, and we're gonna do a little buzz. What's the buzz? What's going around? And then quick promo for what's happening tomorrow. Something big is happening tomorrow, and then a couple other things I want to get to chat with you guys here today. But let me back up. Say hi. See who's here. See who's here. We got Jose Miranda's in the house. What's up? 12 p.m. on Houston, the right time. He's in the right time zone. DJ Mini Macinavel Junior is here. What's up? Drew is here. Yeah. I'll get right to it. And then we've got DJ Shake from Australia down under. Welcome, bro. Welcome, bro. Not to have you here. Need a clean version of that pic. I don't think I've ever seen. Am I clean shaven in that picture? The last time I was fully clean shaven, I think I was probably 19 or 20 years old. It wasn't until I could start growing a beard that I did, and it was mainly because I have no chin. There's nothing worse than being chinless, right? And I realized that when the beard goes and I can't carve it out, then it's just neck, okay? I don't have much of a profile. It's just like... I mean, I guess if I could, that's not my posture, but I need a chin. Okay. And the one time I did shave, also, I rocked a mustache for a while. That was back in college. I don't think Amy liked that very much. But no, I have, you know what? You know what? I don't have a wedding for like a couple of weeks. Maybe I'll shave it down. Maybe next week will be clean shaven air to throw you guys off. Here's the only thing. I don't know what to do with my sideburns. Do I cut them up here? I don't want to rock all the way down here. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been clean shaven. Thumbnail looks like someone CC swiped him. Something tells me the picture is not. Yeah, I gotta. I'm using this. It's called. What's it called? I'll pull it up here so you guys can. Thumbnail Creator. I'm using this thing called Thumbnail Creator. It's all right. It's better than ChatGPT for making thumbnails. ChatGPT doesn't. I can always tell when someone's using ChatGPT for a thumbnail because it doesn't fill the whole thumbnail space. Like it has the black edges on around. If you guys want, that's detective work. If this area, where am I at? Get over here. Which harm? Yeah. If there. Oh, Jesus. I can't do it. If this area right here is black, it's ChatGPT. So, yeah, I'm trying that thumbnail maker out as well. What's up, Marcus? Glad to have you here. DJ Ken Dogs in the house. We talk about yes, we're gonna talk about that for sure. I'm curious. When I saw that news, I think I saw it yesterday, and I put a short out about it. To be honest with you guys, like I have always confused those two services. The names are just too close, and I always thought that they were somehow like cousins, and now look like we fucking. So they took the two cousins, put them together in a room, and it's what's weird to me is that Beatport is the one absorbing Beatsource. Now I don't know if that was if it was rock paper scissors, what name we going to pick, but I honestly thought that they were going to stick with Beatsource. And if you have no idea what we're talking about here, yesterday or the day before, it was announced that those two streaming services are coming together to make one big giant one, and I don't subscribe to either of them. Beatport, I believe, is more. You guys have to tell me, but I don't know much about it. I don't know much about. Let me just pull it up here because I feel like Beatport is like EDM DJ mixes and stuff, right? Not like a title. So Beatport, elevate your mixes. Yeah, this is like it's dance, right? Here, I'll show you. Let's share the screen. Sorry, we're just a little sloppy this morning because I'm wearing pink. Okay. Yeah, here we go. All right, I accept your goddamn cookies. Here we go. Yeah, this is Beatport. Okay. I've never subscribed to this. I don't, I don't see much in here of what I would play. Let's go to playlists. Oh, I have to create an account. Okay. Well, I ain't doing that. Featured charts. So I don't know if any of you guys ever use this, but this is what is then going to be mashing up with Beat Source. Right. So those two are joining forces, and it'll happen pretty quick. So I don't know. That's interesting. I'm sure that the price will go up a little bit, and then if you are a Beatsource user, are you excited about that? You have access to all that other stuff. I don't know. I don't really have too much of an opinion on that. What's up, dude? How we doing? I know I'm behind, but I also haven't seen him clean shave yet. See, I told you. It's been a long time. I don't think you ever saw me that way. I don't think you ever saw me that way. DJ Kai's in the house. I don't know if I got that right. Yeah, bro. I rock the porn stash. I think there's even some videos of me with a pretty thick stasharoo. I 100% agree. She is the best. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, strictly EDM. Yeah. And you wonder why Pioneer DJ does not support Beatsource. I thought it does. I know Serato, well, it does beat. Look, what I do is, if this helps anybody, I'm subscribed to DMS right now. I'm subscribed to X Mix, which I think I mentioned this last week. It is probably one of the best pools I've ever used, just because it has everything. Every time I jump on there and I'm looking for a song, they got it. And then I also have Tidal, but I have the DJ version of Tidal. And the reason I do that is so that you can offline tracks and stem it out. So the only thing that I really use that stuff for is for special requests that come in or first or parent dances. And again, once I throw those in my playlist, I offline those onto Virtual DJ and then I can play them and it's not a problem. That way I don't have to download or buy the tracks. I really don't like those songs I know I will never play again. Stuff that I want to play for the dance, then I go right to my record pools. That's where I go because I want intros and outros. I want, I want short edits. I want something interesting. Try to, maybe they raise the BPM on it, just make it a little bit more danceable. It's kind of what I look for when I'm searching for songs I didn't have in my library before. There's one song, and my laptop is not up here, that was on my must playlist last week, and I was like, "Oh my god, what was it called?" I don't even know where my laptop is. I think it's in my bag. Remind me and I'll go grab that later, but there was like a song I was like, "Damn, that is really fun." Uh, price will stay the same if you have the pro plan. That's crazy. So they're gonna double it up, and I think that is a great idea because, um, if they didn't do that, I would guess that there's going to be many of people that are subscribers that would dump it. If it doubles the price, you can't do that. You can't double the price. Thank you. This is why I'm usually cutting it right to the second because I got up an hour ago, and then I gotta make sure that the hair is on point. Thanks, bro. Nathan, my guy, what's up, buddy? Good to have you here. I'm with Ultimix and Funky Mix. X Mix is also great. I'll have to check those two out. I've never seen those before. I don't know many that pay subscription to Beatport. That's a new thing. Okay. Yeah, and that might be it. I think they're just like, I'm gonna see that. I think we'll see that more. We're gonna see that with streamers, with TV. Apple and Peacock are together, and what just merged. Paramount Plus just bought Warner Brothers. So as a result of that, Paramount Plus and HBO are going to merge, and then all the stuff, which I think is good. I prefer that. I hate all like 50 different streamers out there. It drives me crazy. Okay. The buzz. What's the buzz going around? You guys notice anything in my picture so far? No one's mentioned it, but I snuck a little Easter egg in my visuals here. Okay. I snuck a little visual in my Easter egg. Something on screen. Okay. A little Where's Waldo. I want you to observe the current screen. Okay. What is it in my current screen that is causing a lot that is buzz? that every time I log into a Facebook group or anything, there's something new. This is the new EV70 redlining. This is the new 3D printer thing. What is it? Okay, Batman is a good guess. It's not. By the way, 89 OG, my favorite Batman movie. No, it's not Batman. Oh, the Mackie. Good guess there. My boy Justin's in the house. Justin, I believe that you're going to Midwest DJ Live, right, bro? I'm pretty sure he's coming. Um, if you haven't already signed up for that, you got to sign up for that show. It's super fun. Uh, I'm actually flying in this time because I have a crazy weekend. The Friday before, I'm doing a pint-sized proms, like a kids event, in somewhere that's about an hour away from here. And then on Saturday, I have to go to I'm going to North Dakota, Bismarck, to DJ a wedding. And then which is about 6 hours away. And then I gotta come back for Sunday. And then I thought, I don't want to get in the car for 4 more hours, so I'm gonna fly out there. So I won't get there till like about 10 o'clock on Sunday, but I'm coming in. There he is. He is coming. Yeah. You guys gotta come to that show. It's super fun. It's really fun. I don't even know anything that's going on. I don't know any of the speakers. I don't know any. I think they teased about a DJ that's going to be spinning. I usually don't give a fuck about any of that. I care about you guys. I love just hanging out and meeting you guys for the first time. It is so rough, bro. The Minneapolis to Milwaukee drive is just now. I usually go with some homies that are in town. We've been road tripping for the last 5 years, but I was gonna catch a train. I looked into that, which would have been like a 5-hour train ride, but I was like, nah, I'm just gonna fly in. So I'm gonna come back from Bismarck and then fly out Sunday night, and then I'll be showing up, and then I'll stay the whole time. Anybody? There we go. Somebody finally found it. There we go. Alex found it. It's right there. All right. This thing. This thing right here. Okay. It cracks me up, man. Is it still because we're in off season and everyone's bored? The comments read are very elitist. They're very like whatever. But what's crazy to me is I feel like it's like it represents something deep inside the DJ soul. It hit something. This speaker hit something in the community that is just it's like it angers some and others love it. It's so interesting when something like that comes around and has this kind of reaction. And I think it all comes down to the price. I think everyone's really upset about how much this thing cost. And I already gave you my theory on it. I think that it's just the Chinese company going, we're already supplying all these parts. Well, let's just make our own, And these guys are gobbling it up. They know. They know we have all this money. We love buying this shit. So I don't get it. Now I'll be completely real with you guys. I have never taken it out on a gig yet because I have the EV70s. And for me in my head, it's like, well, when I have the 70s, which is like, the right the Porsche version or whatever, or the Exciton, I'm gonna leave the Exciton home. Plus I only have one of them. And if I want to take it out, I gotta buy another one. So I just don't need it. I don't need this thing. But if you're out there rocking it, all right. Again, I still feel like we'll find out. We'll find out this year how they last, how they do in rooms, but it just cracks me up, man. It just every day I sign in, I see something else, and I don't know. Is anybody in the chat right now? And if you are here, there's 40 people and there's 9 likes. You motherfuckers, please hit that fucking. Look, let me teach you guys a little YouTube etiquette here, okay? All right, and I can speak to this because I have hit this milestone. All right, I have credibility now. There's 50,000 motherfuckers in my corner. All right, where's my little? I'm gonna give myself flowers. All right. All right. When you see a video and you like it, or you're watching it more than 30 seconds, please hit the like button. We gotta teach the community how to do this. All right? I watch stuff all the time. I watch YouTube more than I think anything. It's my go-to. The stuff on, hey, babe, Amy is in the house.
I hit the like button.
Thank you.
I'm cool.
She knows how to do it. All right? Just just hit the fucking all right, that's it. Anyways, this is a big deal, by the way. I was really excited about this. I mean, it's kind of crazy to me, but that's a lot of you guys. So if you're new and you're here and you're watching it, welcome. Thanks for coming on board. We have fun here. All right. The other buzz I'm seeing around, it seems like a lot of hate on I hate this word, on the influencer, right? I don't consider myself one of those. I'm just a YouTube person. I'm just a stupid DJ. Um, but you know, the thing that I'm reading from you guys saying is like you're over the sales pitch. You're over that. And I get that. I totally get that. I think we're getting better at sniffing out, you know, are you selling this to me or do you really like this thing? And I'll be honest with you guys, and maybe Justin can say this too. We've chatted about this before many times. Sometimes it's tough when you get these products wanting you to make it and then you try it out and you're like, "Oh, I really do like it." And then you're like, "Well, how do I communicate that without it coming off like I'm selling it?" Which is why I try to like make sure that I always gig test it first. And I tell anybody that sends it to me, like, I'm not going to review it unless I can actually try it out. And then I don't want to review it unless I do want to try it out. So that's kind of like my philosophy to it. And I don't. If I find something I don't like, I don't want to make something where I bash it. So I normally always send it back. All right. So that's kind of like my philosophy when it comes to that. Sorry about that. Hi Aaron. Any new update if virtual DJ will be coming? Yes, it will. They're working on it right now, so don't worry about that. I'm excited too. I'm waiting for mine to come back. It's getting skinned right now, so once that's done, there will be a brand new white skin available from this other company that I've been working with here in town. They do such a good job. Like I said, I like them a little bit better than 12-inch skins. I think the quality is a little bit better. So yes, once I'm gonna make a bold statement here. When virtual DJ comes to Rane System One, all right, I think I'm gonna switch over to it. I'm gonna leave the Rev 5 back home. I'm gonna switch over. When I've been and I haven't had it for like 2 weeks now because they're working on it, but man, I'm gonna do a review on it. But guys, that thing is really fun. But again, like if you don't need it, then I wouldn't say don't go out and spend. I don't know how much it costs. Was it 3,000 to 3,500? Don't get it if you don't need it. But I'm gonna tell you something. Boy, that thing is fun. That thing is super fun. So yes, when that comes over to virtual DJ, I think I'm gonna switch over to that. Speaking of virtual, I'll give you guys a little teaser about tomorrow is Thursday. I don't know if you saw the announcement, but Nick Spinelli, our friend of the channel, he's gonna go live. He's celebrating 100K. I don't know if he hit it or not. Let's take a peek. I hope he did. He's so close. But he's gonna do a live stream tomorrow, and I'm gonna be on it. He asked me to come on, so make sure you guys jump on that stream tomorrow. Let's take a peek and see if our boy hit 100K, which is massive. That is such a big deal. Oh, he's so close. 99.7. He's 300 away. So hopefully by tomorrow, if you haven't already, go over, subscribe to Nick's channel. I'm sure you guys are. If you're here, you know who he is on there. But jump on the show tomorrow. I'm going to be on. He's going to have me come do a segment. Of course, I'm going to bring up Virtual DJ, see if I can get him to finally switch over. As we saw, he's got problems with Serato. So I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. All right, sorry. Let me scroll down here. Just you guys are talking about Exitons there. Yeah, I've taken a pair of 1503s out, and they were awesome. There you go. There you go. Let's see. Thank you, Hairspray. Glad to have you here. I'm not sure what this is referring to. Is it the Exitons? Oh yeah, thanks. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Incredible milestone. Amazing how many people like to watch. I know. I think that too sometimes. I'm just like, why? What am I doing, man? What am I doing? I don't know. I don't know. But I really appreciate the hell out of it. And that's why I'm doing the show back. I brought it back because I love this hang, guys. I really do. And a lot of times, like on Tuesday nights, I'm on the couch, at 2 a.m. like, oh fuck, the show's tomorrow. Like what am I gonna talk about? And then I just get up, I get a little bit up early and then go. Halfway to the silver play. I know. My boy here, he's got that silver play. I'm halfway to silver. That is that's a major deal on YouTube. Thanks, Stevie Ray. Appreciate that. Yeah, see, it's safest DJ. It's hitting somewhere. Aaron, oh, there's my dog. I use the Rev 5, thinking about switching to the Rane One Mark II. Dude, that is a super very cool controller. Also, I am telling you, Rane. When I finally held a Rane product, it's the first time. The build is just. I don't mind something heavy if it's quality, and that's what I feel. I feel like it's a tank. It's going to last. My only worry is, and I'm guessing I'm not. I shouldn't be because I haven't heard anybody complain about it, and you guys would is if transporting this thing around is going to hurt the platters. Is it going to internalize? Just moving around, mobile. But I'm guessing that they made this thing strong enough to handle that. So, if I didn't have the Rain One or the Rain, excuse me, System One, I was very, very, very much. I was staring at that Mark II, especially because it comes in white. I thought that's a really cool controller. I really don't think they should be giving speakers away to YouTubers. I think it's too biased. Here's the thing. Somebody mentioned this. It's a marketing shift. Okay. Beforehand, they would make their own ads and run those on TV or run those on the internet or whatever. They would go to shows. And now what they're doing is like, well, what we're going to do is there is already somebody that has a platform that has an audience. Let's have them, we'll send it to them. They'll review it and it works. That's what's working right now. It works. If you look at it, when somebody is reviewing a product, it definitely gets way more views than when the actual company releases a review of it. You know, just go to Mackie. If you look at Mackie, I don't even know if they made a Thump Go sub video on their own. But if you type it up, you're not going to find the official one have as many views as anybody else that made it. So this is where we are. I think it's fine. I think it's fun. I like reviewing it, but yeah, you got to be careful, right? I know. As soon as you start coming off as a salesman, it's over. It's over. You are an influencer about my Maui G3s because of your review. Well, I'm glad you like them, and that's the thing. Like, I think instead of that word, maybe I'd say I'm a tester. I'm the tester of things, because before they started sending me stuff, I bought it all because I love it. And then I would just here you go. This is it. This is the thing you guys all like. I got it. I got it. And I'm taking it out. Right. So I'm glad you like the G3s. Still super solid column. When you're looking at the 12 inchers out there, I think those are still tops. I think those are tops. Yeah, System One's amazing. It's amazing. I think you're right too. I think you're right. I think he just knows like if I switch over, I'll never hear the end of it. Oh man, yeah. Talk about the massive. It's just kind of crazy. It just sort of it snowballed after Christmas. It's kind of crazy. Yes, yes. In music, right? I believe it's in music. Does Denon, Rain? Who else is in there? I'm sure in the chat you guys throw it out there. Uh, it works, but you guys sell the stuff you get for free. Hold on, I didn't get any of that. It works, but you guys sell the stuff you get for free. ST new prices. I don't know what that means. But yeah, sometimes I'll keep it, sometimes I'll sell it. If I don't want to keep it, then I'll just charge them money to make the video. Okay, just being completely honest with you guys. If it's there was one speaker company that wanted to send me something to review it, and I didn't want it. I don't want to keep it. Like, I'm interested. It looked interesting. What was it? Carvin. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I'll take a peek and but they sent me like a whole list of other things I had to do, and I was like, no. I always get Final Cut. When I have an EPK, electronic press kit that I'll send them, and I always say I'm not cutting out jokes, and I'm gonna say whatever I want to say. You can't send me notes. I'm sick of that shit. So you can test it then and yeah, I'm sure. As someone that was in radio for 12 years, it sounds like a lot of people don't understand how marketing works. Dude, it you have no idea. Like the frustration that some of these companies I know have when they're like, I why are you mad about that? I don't understand why you're mad about that, right? It is, it's marketing. It's smart marketing. You're getting way more eyes on your product, but I think it's better because you have somebody that's using it instead of in a showroom. Oh, it's got Bluetooth. No, no, no. I hate those. I don't watch those videos. I don't watch them. I don't watch the ones that the marketing team of the actual company make. I don't watch those. I don't watch them. I want to see what you guys who's using it. I want to see that. I want to see it at a gig. I want to see behind the scenes. I want to see does it really work, right? And that's where you get some honesty. Hopefully, is where you get some honesty. All right, we'll just take some questions and I'll get to my topics here. Hi, what would be the most efficient way to record a DJ set? I'm thinking of using my Zoom 5. It's okay. Very interesting question that you just possessed because I think I have the thing here and I have to make a video on this. Have you guys seen a couple people make videos on this thing? I don't know what a Synidio. I don't know how to fucking pronounce it, but it's this, okay? And they reached out and asked me to review this, and I was like, "What is this thing?" And they told me what it was. It'll help you record your sets. And then I was like, "Okay." Because one way to do it is through your DJ software. Serato will record your set. Virtual DJ will record your set. I'm pretty sure that Algorithm DJ will record your set. You can do it that way, right? For me though, I don't want to just record my set. A lot of the content that I post afterwards sometimes involves me talking on the mic. So I want the whole thing being recorded. So that's where we get to this thing. Okay. So here's my plan. All right. And I was gonna try it out, but it didn't work the first time because I didn't realize how this thing works. But basically what I do is there are ports right here, okay? Not there, right there. This is where I'm going to go out of my Allen Heath mixer, 1/4 inch, and go right into this. So the signal from my mixer, the full mixer, is going into this. Everything. I'm gonna music, microphones into that, right? Then what this has as the built-in thing is this USB-C. And so what you could do is take this USB-C and plug it into your phone. Boop. And I tried that and it works. Okay. So you plug that in and it works. But that does not work for for an Insta360. You can't take your Insta360 and plug this in and it record audio. That doesn't work. Found that out the hard way. All right. What you need is this. And this is an Insta360 accessory. Okay. And then what you do is you plug this into the Insta360. And that was backwards. Sorry. And don't worry, I'll make a video on this, guys. But, and I get in there. There we go. So now that's clicked in, right? Then with this, I go headphone line out with a 3.8 inch or what, you know what I mean? Like a headphone jack. That goes into this and then it'll record your whole set. And I highly suggest doing that. I highly suggest doing that because the audio quality on the Insta360 is terrible. It's echoey, it's boomy, and it's not pleasant to listen to. I feel like when you're watching videos, it's a lot better to watch a video when the audio is clean, when it's soft, when it's the right thing. So, that is the setup I'm currently going to be working on, looking on, and then once I make this, I'll show you guys. But that's basically the rundown. Now, the other cool thing about this adapter, it does have USB-C charging as well. So if the battery's running low on this, I can charge it. This also you need to power as well. So I'm gonna hook this up to my booth, and then when the Insta360 is set up, I'm just gonna plug in that that headphone jack into this, record. That's the plan. Great question. Thank you. DJ JTech, what's up, bro? Can't you use your C key to record? Yes. Yes. Yes, I can. Forgot to mention that. But to save a step in the editing process, I can then record everything of that straight onto the video. That way you don't have that extra step of loading it into your editing software, lining up the audio and the video. Maybe the audio stops recording on the mixer or on the video, and then you have to like reset it. So I think if you send a signal, the cleanest audio directly into your video, I think is the best option for that. So I'm gonna try that out. I'm gonna try that out. I've never watched a video from you or Nick that felt dishonest, which is exactly why these companies choose you to review them. The eyes plus honesty. I appreciate that, bro. I hope as soon as I'm not, you guys call me out on it, all right? But that's my long-term goal is to always be that. As soon as you start, you could I know you guys will smell it instantly. Like, holy shit. How much money do they pay this motherfucker? You know, everybody can be bought. All right, everybody can be bought. My guy, Bar's in the house. Everybody, let's say hi to DJ Bar in the house. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. You've been along for the journey. 50K is just absolutely crazy. It just blows my mind sometimes. Absolutely blows my mind. Thanks for being here, man. I really appreciate that. What IEMs are you using right now? Are they wired or wireless? Wired. They're these ones right here. I have 4 pairs of these. $20. All right. I know. I think feel like I always tell you guys this, but they're just they work. I've never had the only time they've broke is I broke them when one of them got snagged on something and I walked away and they just exploded. I just heard tink 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 tink, and I didn't have a spare, and I really struggled. That was a really hard night. DJing without my headphones, I really struggled. I had a spare pair, but then only one side was working, so like everything was impaired. It was a good night, but man, you just feel off, right? And so this is a good question for you guys too. What are some things that happen in the night that will knock you off your game? And and I'm gonna tell you the story about me getting fired, or not me being fired, but the DJ being fired. I have not. Sorry. There's a couple things that throw me off my game, and I will say this: like, I feel like anytime I make a mistake, one that and our mistakes, everybody notices. Everybody. A photographer makes a mistake. They shoot a blurry photo. Nobody knows. Nobody notices that, right? They go again. They go like this, and they go, oh, didn't get it. Okay, everybody, 3, 2, 1, one more time, one more. You cannot do that for the grand entrance. If you call the bride the wrong name, if her name is Michelle, and you call her, Megan, now may I bring in Trevor and Megan? Oh shit! Hang on, everybody, go back. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do this one more time. I got that shit wrong. Okay, close the doors. And there we go. All right, one more time. Trevor and Michelle. You can't do it. So when we make mistakes on the mic, it's done. It's permanent. And sometimes when I've done that, and I try to avoid that by writing things out, but you just gotta. Here's if this will help you guys, maybe this will help you. Okay, thanks, Lou. If uh, if you make a mistake and it's the drive home where it like eats me up. Eats me up. Let me know if you guys are like this too. And the reason why is I just care so much. I want this to go so perfect for my couple that I never want to be the one that is the thing that takes away from this experience, right? And the reason is because I hear these horror stories when I meet my couples and they tell me I was at this wedding and the DJ played the wrong song during this and that and just no one was dancing and there's 200 plus people in a room that are all looking at you. We're running the whole thing, guys. We're running it. So when something goes wrong, it can really rattle you. It rattles me. Uh One way that helps me shake it off is this. I don't know if anybody watches sports, but these are professional athletes. And every now and then they make a mistake. I'm a big hockey fan. I love hockey. And you could have the best player in the world. And I'm going to use an example because I'm a fan. All right. So Sidney Crosby, right? He doesn't always play a perfect game. He might make a pass. It gets picked off and someone scores, right? You got to shake that off. And even, right away, Twitter, like, fuck this guy. Like, I can't believe he gave the pass away. You just got to shake it off. The next game's coming up. You learn from it. You do better. So that kind of helps me a little bit. Like, what helps me sleep at night if I make a mistake is knowing that won't happen again. I have to forgive myself. I'm not perfect, but everything else went well. Everything else went well. And that's my biggest advice. If you mess up at all, especially any kind of emceeing goof up, and that's what happened to me when I made a mistake, I was like, you know what? It's all good. I'm gonna shake this thing off and fucking kill the dance floor. And that's my brain. My brain goes, I know that this is the part where I'm flawless here. Let's go. I'll take you on a journey. I'm gonna get that hug at the end of the night, right? I'm gonna get that hug. What'd you say here, bud? I made one this weekend. Last name was Sayer, and I pronounced it Sawyer. Yeah, you know what? For me, and I don't know if this will help too, I stay away from last names, except for the couple. The only time I'll ever say their last name at all is during the grand entrance, and that's if they ask me to pronounce it. Usually, I try to stay with, hey, let's just do first names, right? Uh, but I don't pronounce anybody's last name. Wedding party people, speeches, I don't even go there. And if I am doing their last name, I phonetically spell it out. You know, if it's Sayer, like you're saying there, if it's Sayer, I would put in my notes SAY dash YER. Sayer. Sayer. And even if I knew, like, if there was a word that I would potentially call it, I would put that in parentheses, not Sawyer, right? And just kind of pound that in. But again, bro, it's fine. That stuff happens. But like I said, our mistakes are on display. Our mistakes are there for everybody to see. I guess the only other vendor that can visibly make mistakes would probably be the caterers, right? If the food's not out, if the food's bad, right away they're the ones. They're the ones. Yes. That would be it. You know what? I'm only taking one bride's name that way. I never do this again. What's up, bro? I called take home wedding favors goodie bags at my wedding last weekend on the mic, and it was like an 8-year-old birthday. Yeah, man. Sometimes, you say stuff and you're like, oh, why the fuck did I call it a goodie bag? Okay, your Teddy Grahams are in there. If anybody likes chocolate, it's on the left. If you like Graham, it's on the right. Goodie bags. I don't say names at all. Introducing bridesmaid number 3. What? What are you talking about? No, you don't. Introducing couple number 4. Come on down. What the fuck, bro? Introducing bridesmaid number 3. Introducing generic couple number 4. Oh man, it has to be The Price is Right. Oh shit, am I sweaty there? All right, sorry, I won't flash that again. God damn. Yeah. Holy cow. Oh, that's so funny, man. Felt awkward for 5 seconds, but you gotta laugh. Yep, that's it, man. You know what? Those kind of mistakes are forgivable. Little blunders you make on the mic, they'll let it go. If you're likable, they'll let it go. You know, just nail everything else. But when you start piling up the mistake after mistake after mistake, that's when it gets bad. Okay, I'm sorry. 45 minutes in. Let me scroll up here because I feel I saw like Bar ask me a question. I want to try to get to that. Oh, here we go. Okay. I bought the Allen and Heath mixer because of your video. Nice. Does it come with the wings to put it inside my bun booth? No, you got to buy those separately. And so with the bun booth, the challenge that you're going to have with the bun booth is I believe that the screws for racking stuff are vertical like this. And the nice thing about my Danny Max booth is that rack, those like screws, it's tiltable. So what I did with my Danny Max booth, because otherwise the mixer is installed like this, and then it's like flat like this. I wanted mine to be laying down horizontal. So what I did in my Danny Max booth is I unscrewed those rack holes and then tilted it down. I'm not sure if that is doable in the bun booth. You guys will have to let me know because I think that those screws are like part of the actual booth, right? It's not a separate piece. And also that aluminum might be hard to screw in. And that was what I did. So I racked the Allen and Heath, ran all the cables, and then I did something that you guys suggested when you saw my gig log. I now permanently installed the and I'll show it to you guys if you want to see it. It's right there. So I permanently installed my Rev 5 into the booth. And I liked that was a good idea. So I appreciate thank you. See, you guys helped me out too. A lot of you said, "Hey, just permanently put in there." So it's Velcro. I bought Velcro. It's Velcroed in. It's all hooked up. Now the only thing I need to do is drop a power cord from that booth down and connect XLRs to the boot to the Rev 5, and I'm up and out. I'm ready to go. And then I got a deck saver. So the deck saver is on top of the Rev 5. But yeah, um, you got to buy the wings separate. And then I'm not sure, dude. I think you may. That's my question. Those of you who have the bun booth and you want to mount your mixer, can you get that flat? Do you have to put maybe you got to put like a shelf in there? Get a shelf instead. That'll like a drawer that'll pull out, and then that would work. I don't know if anybody's ever hacked that out. Let me scroll down and see if anybody's down with what I'm talking about here. Um, the biggest problem with the bun booth is that it's metal cage that blocks radio. Oh, so that's the other thing, bro. Um, Before I installed my microphones into the Danny Max booth, I asked him like, "Hey, does the outside block RF? Is it gonna block my signal?" And he's like, "Nope, it's totally fine, and it's never been a problem." So that would be the other thing I'd worry about. So that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, so Joey just said drawer or shelf. Yeah. Did I show you my toilet? I've never scrolled over there. Right before I even did it, I was like, "Uh-oh, what if I don't know if you guys know where I'm at. Like this is a loft in my house. So I'm upstairs. The kids' rooms are right there, and there's a bathroom over there, and our bedroom's right over there. But I was like, oh, do I want to scroll over and let you see it, my toilet? But you know what? Did you see the bidet? Because I got them everywhere. I got them everywhere. I bought the Phoenix Pro PTU 52. I think you tested one of their model. Yes. I don't know if it was that one. The PTU 2 is what I have and use and have been using since I have it. Haven't had any problems with it. Okay. Sorry, dude. Yeah, because the touch mix is the same. I think any mixer that you want to, I don't think you could do a mixer unless you put it. So one option is, I don't know how much room is in the bun booth. I used to put my touch mix in the top and then put the controller on top. So that's where my mixer used to go. I don't. Is the bun booth wide enough where your Allen and Heath could go on there? Do a cutout for the Allen Heath. It's not very large. I don't know. I don't know. There are solutions. Okay. Aaron, get Old Spice to sponsor your channel. DJ Sweat a lot during events. That would be good stuff to. What I do use Old Spice. I use the white antiperspirant one. And by the way, I just bought a new cologne. Oh my god. I love this scent. You guys, if you're not wearing cologne at your events, get some cologne, all right? Smell nice at these things. Smell nice. Okay, holy shit, 12:50. Let's talk about this event. And here's what happened. Basically, and we'll keep this brief, but what ended up happening was I got an email from this couple, and they said they had booked a DJ, paid a deposit. Then they attended a wedding. And at the wedding, their DJ was there. And it was like a showcase, like, oh, great, we get to see this DJ in action. Well, it didn't go very well. They were unimpressed with the whole thing. And they also had a lot of weird limitations that they were putting on them. For example, like they weren't letting them request any songs. And she was very meticulous about her playlist. Like she gave me about 6 hours of music. And it wasn't just for the dance, it was like for everything, for cocktails, for dinner. And look, I don't mind. I don't care about that. That's fine. What I ended up doing was I went through her list and I pulled all the stuff that felt cocktail and I pulled all the stuff that felt dinner and I built 2-hour playlists for both of those. Thanks for that person that just hit the like button. If we could just keep that going. Thank you very much. Get me to 40 likes. Also, new members. Thank you to the members that supports the channel. Little ad. Gonna run a little in-show ad. And make sure if you guys haven't already, become a member. Help support the channel. Keeps me doing the show. Keeps me wanting to do it. Just another way to say thanks, Aaron. Thanks for the entertainment, right? Wouldn't let them. Yeah, so I put that all together, and then I made a dance mix. I put a dance playlist together that I felt like would flow, would work. Takes us on a journey up and down, not all 128s. Let them breathe, all that stuff. And the other thing was she wanted a custom mix. What she wanted to do was take a song that had talking at the beginning and then instrumental. Let me walk you through how I did this. I thought this was kind of cool. So basically, it was the song, and it was there's this like sounds like a phone recording, and it's the daughter talking to the dad or whatever. She wanted to replace that audio with her talking to her dad. She goes, "Can you do that, Aaron?" I was like, "Yeah, I can do that." In my head, I thought, "Well, I'll just stem it out, dump her audio on top of it, easy peasy." It wasn't. It wasn't as easy as that. What I ended up doing was I loaded the song that she wanted into the deck, and when I stemmed out the vocals, it was just distorted enough. And you know when you hear a bad stem and it sounds like you have a bad internet connection with like something that you're watching. That's how it sounded. And I was like, ah, shit. What do I do? It sounded really bad. Then it hit me. All right. Then it hit me. Tell me if you guys think this is a good idea, because I feel like I nailed it. I went on and I thought, what if there's a karaoke version of this song? And then what I'll do is I'll take the 8 bars of the beginning of the karaoke and play that at the beginning, put her audio on top of that. And then when her audio runs out, mix that into the start of the song. And that's exactly what I did. I went on YouTube, I found a karaoke version of it, and then I got it. There was no other way to get it. All right, so I got it, allegedly, and then I loaded it up into DJ Studio, and then I took her audio and I cleaned that up because she recorded on her phone, and then I just looped that 8 bars of the intro from the karaoke and then mixed it right in. And then as soon as her vocal was done, there was like this swell that picked up, and it was yeah, I kind of want to play this for you guys. You want to hear it? You want to hear what I did? I think I threw it in the garbage though. I think I trashed it. Let me see if I can find it. What? Okay, so I think I have all 3 here. This will be a fun little. Okay, so I'm pulling all 3, and then yeah. So let me play you her message.
Hi, Dad. I wanted to take a moment and let you know how proud I am to be your daughter.
Okay, so that's what she sent me. And what's this?
Hi, Dad. I wanted to take a moment.
This is the original.
Let you know how proud I am to be your daughter.
Okay, that was the original.
Hi, Dad.
Then I ran it through CapCut and cleaned up the audio and got this.
Hi, Dad. I wanted to take a moment and let you know how proud I am to be your daughter.
Are you hearing all this? I want to make sure you can hear this. Is that all? Is that? I gotta go back to the comments. Are you guys hearing that? What I'm doing? Let me do that again. Make sure.
Hi, Dad. I wanted to take.
Oh, cool. Okay, so you can hear it. So I took those 2 things, and then the song was. I don't think I have the song on my desktop for that. But let me play you the final version. Okay, here you go.
Hi, Dad. I wanted to take a moment and let you know how proud I am to be your daughter. Thank you for all the times you have lifted my spirits and motivated me to do great things. Your hard work and gratitude has never gone unnoticed. I dedicate this song to you as a thank you for being the best father a girl could ever ask for. Love you, Dad.
I remember that laugh, your tiny shoe.
Come on. That's what the final product was. That's what the final product was. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was pretty damn proud of that. Um, so that just came from me again, grabbing the just thinking outside the box, getting that karaoke version, looping it, and then mixing that straight into I know, right? How's dude? So even as I was making that, I was I was like, I have a daughter. I'm gonna be doing this again someday. Like thinking about walking her down the aisle. I can't even. I can't even do. I can't even imagine it. But um, not a dry eye in the house. She was a she was a mess. The dad was a mess. It was a beautiful moment. And this was one of these things that happened in our meeting. She was like, "This is very important to me. I want to make sure I can do this." And I sent it to her ahead of time. Once she sent me the audio, and she was like, "This is absolutely the best. I'm losing it. Thanks, guys. Okay, cool. So you're hearing it in the chat. Thank you. I was really, really proud of how it how it transitioned right into the actual version of the song. So there was like 3 different apps I had to use. I used DJ Studio, and then I used CapCut, and I think that's how I ended up getting the final version so that I could pinpoint and exactly to get that right. And I did it like a fade out and a fade in right to the spot. So, anyways, I was pretty proud of how that turned out. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. So that went perfect. That's exactly what they wanted, and then we just kind of crushed the dance right after that. So, anyways, I'm just what's interesting to me and the whole idea of the fired thing was like, look, you never know. I've done weddings. I've been in the middle of a wedding, not at the beginning or in the middle, and a couple walks up to me and they're like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Oh," they're like, "Yeah, you're doing our wedding in September." I'm like, "How's things going? You liking what you're seeing?" I'm like, "We're loving what we're seeing." So you just never know who's gonna be there. You never know. You never know. What is Reaper? What's Reaper? I'm gonna check that out real quick. Reaper music editing. I'm gonna type in music editing. Oh, what is this? Let's take a peek here, guys. Thank you for sharing that. We'll take a peek at this. I'm curious, what would you guys do for that situation as well? What would you use? Okay. Download Reaper. Let's see. What do we got? Do anything. Uh-oh. I kind of like how this looks. There's a couple of complaints I have about DJ Studio. And mostly my biggest frustration with DJ Studio is that, man, it's just so hard to line up vocals if they're not on the one. If I need if this is the music, and a normal song where they start singing on the one is easy, right? But if I want to loop that and I need to drag the audio back a little bit and have it start like just a hair or a bar before, like, and I bam. If there's like a and I bam, right? God, it's so hard to do that on that software. Drives me crazy. Um, so I'm just like I'm really frustrated with that. They didn't do well at the gig that the couple watched. They weren't excellent. They kind of she said that the DJ sat at her booth, didn't get up, didn't move around, didn't do much MC work, and then had a lot of limitations even in their contract about what they would do for them when it comes to the music played. Like this person wanted complete control of all the music, wasn't really interested in their opinion, style, vibe. I don't get that. I mean, why would you want to walk in blind and cold like that? Like that just blows my mind. I don't understand why you've set that parameter. Let me tell you something. If we're going to play the music, I'm going to select it on it. I don't care if it's an empty goddamn dance floor. I've been doing this for 25 years. You're missing it. I don't understand that. So they lost the business, they lost their deposit, and then they booked me. It was interesting. And and then I just recently did that again because there was a DJ here in town that got arrested. All right. So people are panicking. There's a DJ, local DJ. He got arrested. And people were on their on the Facebook groups going, my DJ's ghosting me. What's going on with my DJ? And then somebody was like, is it this guy? And they're like, oh shit. So there's a pretty busy DJ in town. He's arrested. And I'm not going to get all into that just because it's all alleged right now, but it's fucking horrific what this guy did. So there are people scrambling trying to find a new DJ. Unbelievable. I would have done the exact same thing you did. I went through the same thought process you walked through. Okay. All right. So Audacity is a good one too. Yep. Able to yeah. So I'm just looking for just something a little easier than that. DJ Studio updates constantly. Once you learn it, you have to relearn it every time they have an update. Yeah, right. I know there was like a brand new version too that just came out, and they're trying to make it better. I'm sticking with it. It is my go-to. I've used it to make preceding playlists. I have a 2-hour pre-made cocktail list, and the reason why I have that is I uploaded that on my iPad, and that way, if I'm outside instead of running Spotify or whatever, I run that and I use the DJ app and push play, and it just plays for 2 hours outside. So I have a 45-minute preceding that I made in there. I have a cocktail. I have a jazz cocktail. I have a pre-made dinner list also, 2 hours, just in case I need something that's long and I can just push play and it'll roll. So I made all those in DJ Studio, and those are really easy to do that. DJ Studio Zoom more, no to place it. Otherwise, would Studio, yikes, makes no sense to me. Back when I worked in education, I got Adobe Audition free, and it had a tool where you could take any song and enter in the time length you need it for. Whoa. Wow. Would it cut it down too? See? Yeah. Yes, he was. And he was pretty busy too. Serato Studio? Okay. Was the DJ taking out the competition? No, dude, it's so fucked up. I mean, I hope it's not true, but I'm pretty sure it is. And that's why I'm not going to get into it because it's fucked up. But he's gone. He's gone. Use GarageBand. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad either. Let me show you guys one more thing and then we'll roll. And then I'll take a couple of questions if you want. But this also happened at this wedding. And you got to tell me if I'm overthinking this. I know we're an hour in. One last thing, just to keep you engaged, okay? Let's do this together. Now, this venue that I work at has 2 rooms. The main room, which is the dance room, and they have a built-in PA, and it's good. It's line arrays on the top. There's subs up there. There's a whole lighting system in there. All I gotta do is plug into it, and it's good. Now in the other room is where dinner is, and grand entrance, and speeches, and a lot of my MC work is in there. And in that room, they have those in the ceiling speakers. Okay, now in the ceiling speakers go all through the venue too. So, and even in the bathroom. So for cocktail and dinner, I want to make sure that my music is playing in the whole house. But I made the mistake when I first went to that venue of trying to do grand entrance through their PA. And in the dinner room, it just does not work. You can't make announcements when everyone is talking in a room in those ceiling speakers. It doesn't work. It sounds like this. Right? It doesn't work. So I always bring a speaker with me now that is solely for grand entrance and my mic work. Anytime I talk on the mic, I turn it on, and it broadcasts through the whole room. Nice, clear, nice and loud. Grand entrance too. The music, bam, right through. So my system that I brought with me for dinner and for the grand entrance and for everything else was I ran my iPad and I built a playlist with cocktail and dinner, and I ran that through the house system. That's what I had plugged into their system. And then into the CB10, QSC CB10, I had my reloop. What the fuck's that thing called? The reloop, the laid back Luke thing. I can't remember what it's called. I don't remember what it's called. But I had that virtual DJ, and I have a video to show you what it is. What's this venue? I'll turn my volume up. I had to turn my volume up all the way to hear you. Really? Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like it's all right. I'll turn it up just a little bit more. Okay. Thanks, James. I appreciate that. Always tell me, guys, if something's wrong. It's called the Essence. It is called the Essence, and it's in St. Paul. There's a venue like that here, and I hate it. They make you set up on a rolling cart. Looks like trash. Nah, yeah, these guys are cool. They're not, and you don't even have to use it. They would be, if I brought my own stuff, they'd be fine. But they have it there, and I've tested it out, and I've been there many times. And the dance part is fine, but you need a monitor because you're on a stage and everything's going this way, and so you need a monitor. You want honesty? Let me tell you honesty. I probably won't take the CB10 back again. Here's why. The fact that it doesn't do a side tilt as a monitor, you know, I had it down on the floor and I tilted it back. I could barely hear what was going on. And it just wasn't. So I put it behind me. That wasn't, that didn't work either. So back to the Everest 8. I think that's another misfire on the CB10. The fact that it doesn't you can't lay it down like a wedge. Why? It didn't tilt enough so anyways, I was so frustrated about that thing. Let me show you. I have a video that shows you what I did here. So here's the venue. What's cool too about this place, they have a screen. So I'm in the back of the room, and I'm gonna walk into the other room so you can see it. But that screen there is live streaming where the ceremony is going to be. So that's the ceremony room. I'm in the back, and I'm watching everything from back in that space. So there's the TV, and there I have my setup. So there's my reloop, whatever that thing is called, microphone, and then virtual DJ playing all the music. There's the iPad, and the iPad is plugged into, hold on, let me turn the volume down on this. You guys don't need to hear this. That's annoying. The iPad is plugged into the house, and then I don't have my other one plugged into that. Oh, yes, I do. I have that going into the house right now because I'm playing the ceremony. Okay, so that is the setup there. And then watch, I'm going to walk into the other room. There we go. So we're walking into the other room. This is the dance room. So up in the top there, those are the speakers for the dance. And I'm showing you right now that those are the cans that are also in there that plays all the ceremony music. So that is how that goes in the other room. And there are the two of them chatting about whether or not I can leave my cart in the room or underneath the stairs. Right? So that is the setup for that. So that's what I used. Now, let me get you guys' opinion. What do you think? Would you have done anything differently there? It worked. Everything worked. But is there a simpler way to do this? I don't know. The reason why I have the dinner music on a separate device is so that when I'm doing grand entrance or whatever, I can just hit pause on that and then play it through my speaker and then hit play again on that again. And I don't know. It worked. I feel like that was the thing to do. So maybe I don't need to tweak it much. And I guess I'm showing you now that there it is. Those are my IEMs that I use. I plug those into that. What's going on? What am I talking to this guy about? Can we wait till the ceremony's over? Oh yeah, this is the bullshit. So, okay, look, guys. Let's end on a rant. My arm is in position. You know I'm ready to rant when I kind of get this going right here. I bend over backwards at these places. Okay? I bend over backwards. You want me to load in that back door? No problem. You want me to do this? No. You want me to make that announcement? No problem. I genuinely need 2 things from a venue. The list might grow as I keep going on. The main things are this. Number 1, the most important thing for me. When I do my group photo at the end to start the dance, please turn the house lights off. That is the number 1 thing I need from you. Just stand there, please. And then when I say this cue and I do this, drop the lights. So we have a vibe, okay? 30% of the time, they get it right. And I always go up before. I've ranted about this, but I always go up to them. Can you stand by the lights? Please! So when I do this, you hit the, that's it. That's all I ask. After I have done 40 things for you, turn off the goddamn lights. Request number 2. Let me store my stuff somewhere, please. That's not behind me. I'm trying to have a nice, clean-looking space. You see how nice my DJ booth is? I'm not on a goddamn table with the skirt. All right? I don't got wires all over the place. It looks nice. I don't want my bags and my cart behind me. Give me a place to put that. And they always look at me like, oh my God, where are we going to... What do you mean, where are you going to put it? There's plenty of places. I walk by 18 different closets. Put my stuff in there. Okay? Reliable power. Huh? That's fair. That's 3. What else do I need? That's it. A chair. That's it. So just do those things for me. All right? So what's going on here is I couldn't put my stuff underneath the stairs. I had to wheel it all the way back into the kitchen. I feel like, if you're going to do that to me, what if I did that? Have I ever said no? I've said no. Rarely. I'm trying to think of when I ever said no to somebody that asked me to do something. Yeah, I got a no. I have a no. All right. The no was, we're going to start the ceremony during the rain. No. No, I'm not doing that. No. What do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? We're going to go out there and everyone going to get drenched? We're not. No. 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 And they look at you like, oh, this fucking guy. All right, that's enough of that. Thanks for being here, everybody. What did we learn? Oh, okay, volume was good. What did we learn? Oh, there's a lot of comments here. Oh, dude, hold on. That drives me the... Oh, no. No. I refuse to do that. Oh, someone dropped a super chat? Thanks, bro. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me do that. Oh, shit, how do I turn this off? All right, false ending. False ending. I tell you what I'm going to do. I promise that I will, as soon as I jump off, I'll put the link in the description of the video, okay? As soon as I jump off, I'll link the IEMs in there. I got you. Okay, let's end the show. What did we learn? All right. Hey, listen, you never know. You never know who's at that wedding. Let this go. Let's let this go. Who gives a fuck? Unless they start causing problems. Let the Exiton thing go. Who cares? What did we talk about most of the show? I don't remember. It was fun. I'll see you at the next one. Bye.